Hey everybody, hi, it's Todd, the teacher and creator of Ello, and in this lesson we're going to look at a new activity called Answer Key Audio. And this is a fun activity that lets students practice learning function words. So most students know about content words. These are usually nouns, verbs, adjectives, and content words are very easy to think about or imagine or see. For example, a noun, apple, or dog, or tree, a verb, eat, run, drive, an adjective, big, small, expensive. You can imagine what the word means. Function words often are harder to imagine. For example, they might be determiners, a, the, some, this, or they can be auxiliary words, is, are, was, were, has, have, be. They can also be some words that you can imagine, for example, pronouns, he, she, it, they, or it could be prepositions in, on, at. But these words are spoken really quickly in English and they're often not stressed, which makes them actually hard to hear. And maybe that's why students have a difficult time with them. So with this activity, what students will do is hear some audio and then type in the function word. Or the student can do the harder version. They can imagine what the function word is or think what it is, type it in, play the audio, and check. So let's go ahead and play a game so you know how it works. So let's go ahead and do this one right here, get used to. So if you click on the game, you will see the title at the top and you can read the instructions. Again, the easy version, you play and you listen and type in the missing word. The hard version, you think of the missing word and then listen and check. That's why it's called Answer Key Audio. But what we're going to do is start and play the game. So we're going to do the easy version for the first three. We will listen and type in the missing word. And then for the last one, we'll do the hard version where we have to think of the word and then we can play the audio and check and see if we guessed it right. So are you ready? Here we go. So let's do our first game using Answer Key Audio.
Conversation 1.
How's the new job?
Good, but I'm still not used to the long commute.
Really? How long is it?
It's 3 hours each way.
Give it time. You'll get used to it.
I'm not sure about that.
Conversation 2.
How is the new computer?
Okay, but it's hard getting used to the new operating system.
Yeah, but it should be faster, right?
Wrong. I'm used to my old keyboard shortcuts. These ones are different.
Yeah, but you'll get used to it in no time.
I guess, but for now it's frustrating.
Conversation 3.
Have you ever worked overseas?
Yeah, I worked in Japan for 2 years.
Oh, really? How was it?
Great, but it took a while getting used to living there.
Really? What was hard getting used to?
Well, using chopsticks for one. Also knowing how to interact with people.
Wow, that does sound difficult.
It was hard at first, but I got used to it eventually.
All right, so there, you may have noticed I was cheating. I was actually typing in the word ahead of time. But that's actually good that you can predict what the word is going to be. So this is kind of a skill we don't do a lot where you work on predicting. Like you think you know what the next word is going to be. And that's really important in developing your listening skills. Now, in the last one, what we're going to do is see if we can guess what the word is before listening. Now, this is the hard version, and this is a really good activity to test your grammar and work on those small little function words. So let's go ahead and take a look and see if we can do it. So the first one, the man begins the conversation, and he says, the new baby. So that must be how. How's the new baby? How's the new baby? The woman says, great, life couldn't be better. Life couldn't be better. Common phrase in English. How are you doing on sleep? Good, I only sleep a few hours a night, but I'm getting used to it. So the grammar is get used to, but I'm getting used to it. I could never get used to that. People say that, but once you deal with it, it's not that bad. Says, Now, this one, maybe you don't know. I'm not going to give you the answer. So, what's cool about this is if you don't know the word, then you can just play the audio and the audio will tell you. So, let's go ahead and listen and find out what is that last word. Do you know what it is? How good is your English? If you know what that word is, your English is really good. That means you know a cool phrase or saying in English. So, let's go ahead and listen.
Conversation 4.
How's the new baby?
Great. Life couldn't be better.
How are you doing on sleep?
Good. I only sleep a few hours a night, but I'm getting used to it.
I could never get used to that.
People say that, but once you deal with it, it's not that bad.
Says you.
Did you hear it? He said, says you. Says you is a nice phrase. It means it's easy for you, but not for me, right? It's cheap for you, but not for me. So when someone says, oh, it's not a big deal, it's not expensive, it's not difficult, whatever, but you think, oh, it is expensive or it is difficult for you, then we would say, says you. It's kind of a nice phrase in English. Oh, we have to check our answers. So when you're done, you have to hit the submit button. Now you get 3 attempts, which means if you have a mistake, that's okay. You can try again. You can fix the mistake. So we'll go ahead and hit submit, see how we did. And it looks like we got a perfect score. Woohoo! Now again, if you do have a word that's incorrect, you can just fix it and then you can get that perfect 100%. And of course, you can play the audio again to make sure that you get all the right words in there. Now, when you finish the lesson, you can actually see the more complete lesson by clicking the link. I'll go ahead and click this. And then here, you're going to go to the activity for the grammar point, get used to. And you can play the audio and see the script, which you just did. Also, there will be some grammar notes and there'll be a quiz if you want to play the audio and do a quiz and test your listening comprehension. And this activity also has a free worksheet. And actually, this is part of a free book. So you could also download the free book. But again, let's go ahead and go back to the main page. That's actually the old LO main page. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Let's go back to the main page. And here is the activity, answer key audio. We have some other games as well that you might want to check out. We have spread the word, grammar crammer, repeat relay. I will be making videos about those games as well. Each game works on a specific skill, on a particular skill. So this activity helps students listen for words that are often reduced, those function words, and they can really help you improve your grammar and your listening comprehension. And that's it. So I highly recommend you do answer key audio. You can scroll down and do more games. We have them at the intermediate and beginner level, and they're a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for listening.